Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to speak about Capricorn and the superpower that's available for all of us, whether you're a Capricorn or not, that is available beginning in this lunar month of Capricorn. So stay tuned. I'm going to reveal these secrets for all of us to benefit from. In addition, I have free downloads on the website at rabbieabe.com so that you can download the specific name of the angel that controls the month of Saturn, which controls Capricorn, how to use it, and meditative tools and holy names that also give us a filtration system so that we can benefit completely from the month of Capricorn without any negative side effects. Negative side effects, you say? Well, let's understand what it's about. So, traditionally, Capricorn is known for its structure, its, let's call it rules and regulations, and it's known as a very material month to the degree that Capricorns are really all about work, not wasting time. Of course, if you're not a Capricorn and you're late for a meeting with a Capricorn, they may not appreciate that about you, and they may not respect you anymore after that if you've been late once or twice for a meeting with them. But there are very important opportunities for all of us to grow out of the box in the month of Capricorn. So for the next 30 days or so, we have a great opportunity this year to get all the benefit from the month of Capricorn. So the Hebrew month of Capricorn is called Tevet. Tevet, T-E-V-E-T, Tevet. And we'll have that in the download as well as the letters that control this month, because we know, according to the Kabbalah, the Hebrew letters are vehicles of energy that assist us in controlling the energy of the month. And so, since Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so we know there is the aspect of discipline, structure, and limitations. Now, those can all be good or bad, just as any characteristic in any month can both be good or bad. Discipline is a wonderful thing, but overly disciplined makes, jack all work and no fun, right? So discipline, you need to use it as you feel best see fit. If you're not a disciplined person, this is the month where you can get the energy to achieve more discipline instead of kind of being all over the place. Structure, again, you could be a very structured person and you need to maybe some kind of lose a little bit of that structure to have some fun, okay? And we know Capricorns are, they're sort of born old and become, as they get older, they begin to live the childhood. That's what they say about Capricorn. But also Saturn, which rules Capricorn, is also representing boundaries. Boundaries. So whether we need boundaries or need to learn how to break the boundaries, we can do that in the month of Capricorn, especially since we have energy this month to be able to overcome limitations. So overcoming limitations is a big deal this month, and we will see why. Because there's a tremendous amount of spiritual light available if we're willing to break boundaries, go outside of our box, and we'll see what that means exactly. So in general, Capricorn is known for its groundedness, its earthiness. It is an earth sign, we know. Ambition, patience, discipline. These are all things that tend to describe Capricorn. As we said, work. They are about work and doing what needs to get done. They are about trust. And if you can trust anybody, you can trust the Capricorn. Pretty much. Even though it's interesting. According to Kabbalah, betrayal can be hidden, concealed within Capricorn, and that comes from a section in the Bible where there is an interesting word there that can be pronounced one of two ways. It could be pronounced as bagad or bagad, and these two words have a different meaning. In other words, it's one word, but it can be pronounced as two. Now, I know that might seem a little strange, but it can be pronounced as betrayal or good luck. Which is it? Well, that's going to depend on how we use the energy of Capricorn itself, okay? So, again, Capricorn, since it's an earth sign, and every earth sign has some aspect of heaviness attached to it because it's earth, it's grounding, and so on. But what the Kabbalah teaches is we know there's something called the opponent in life. And that opponent is, there are names for it. Some people call it Satan or Satan in Hebrew. But we know it represents our own selfish desires, which are awakened by whatever cosmic forces that there are. But it is for us, our own ego, our selfishness, our self-centeredness, our pride. These are different faces. It comes also out maybe as anger. It can come out as whatever, any negative emotional state. Now, this is not unique to Capricorn. This is all of us, of course, when we are dragged down by this other side. And that means when we have openings. We all have openings in life. Places in our life where we tend to be more vulnerable than not. It's our weak areas. It's where we lack energy in those areas. So, as an example, if you have insecurities, you lack energy in that area of what we call security. So if you don't feel secure by your nature and you feel more insecure, it'll be weak for you over there. Now, someone who comes along and threatens your security in whichever way, by maybe calling you a name, or maybe you feel they don't trust you, or whatever it is, it's a weak area. And our opponent, shall we say, will drag us down in that particular area. So we all have our vulnerable areas. For some people, it's comfort. For some people, it's freedom. For a Gemini, would likely be something like that, freedom. For maybe an Aquarius, it would be uniqueness or, originality. So we all have areas where we tend to have certain weaknesses, again, where the spiritual light of fulfillment is less in that area. So we will also tend to be more vulnerable in that area. It will be a weak point. If I don't feel good enough about myself, it will be a weak point. I'll be easily subject to perhaps being insulted or put down, taken advantage of. Could be any one of a number of these things. So every sign has those vulnerabilities, and whatever they are according to your sign and so on, where it exists. And that's what we call our opponent. So as far as Capricorn and Saturn go, so Saturn acts like a weight on Capricorn. Again, since it's Earth, it's heavy, it's limitations, and these are in a negative sense. On the other hand, they can all be positive characteristics, as we will see, because limiting negative behavior is a good thing, right? Limiting things we shouldn't do, creating a framework where we may lack a certain framework, that's a good thing. You see, concealed within Capricorn is the ability to achieve a discipline in areas where we feel weak, whatever it is, for health matters, maybe for working out in the gym, or changing how we eat, or if we understand that there's something we do need to change, maybe we want to limit, limit carbohydrates, limit a certain food in our life, or overcome an addiction in life. So this month will be a very good month to do that because, again, discipline and creating limitations. It has the energy of limitation in it. Saturn can help us. So there's obviously a good aspect to creating limitations in certain areas where we don't have limitations, okay? Where, sometimes anything goes, and it shouldn't, okay? And it shouldn't. It's not in our best interests. So, this month we have the letters which are called Ayin and Bet. Ayin and Bet. And they will be in the handout on RabbiAbe.com. And you'll download the tools for the month of Capricorn. That's the name of the download. In the download section, free, at RabbiAbe.com. The two letters Ayin and Bet. Now, Ayin is for the constellation of Capricorn itself. According to the Book of Abraham, the Sefer Yetzirah, this is the letter which controls the sign of Capricorn. And the letter Bet. Now, this is the letter of creation. The Bible, the Torah, begins with the letter Bet. Bet stands for bracha, blessing. And this is Saturn, which also represents the Sabbath. I won't go into those details, but the letter Bet is a powerful letter. So the letter Bet is all about building, and what we call Bina in Hebrew, Bina. It is the desire to create, which is a very important characteristic that we have in Capricorn on a spiritual level. Because while it's not necessarily recommended to create new things or begin new things in the month of Capricorn, because it is one of the 3 months where the Zohar says, no, better not to start new ventures in Capricorn, Leo, or Cancer. Okay? Now, we have reasons for that. The Zohar says that the Shekhinah, the divine presence, is not felt naturally. You need to work extra hard and create that spiritual vessel yourself by what you do. So, creation, yes. The desire to create or the opportunity to create, yes. What you've been putting off, all those things you've been procrastinating about, all those things that you've been having difficulty with, all those things that you would like to do, but not if it's a brand new thing. Take the energy of Capricorn and take that if it's a brand new thing, and by a brand new thing I mean a brand new job, purchasing a house or signing a contract for a brand new home or apartment, getting married. That's a brand new thing. You don't want to be doing that in the month of Capricorn or Leo or Cancer in addition to, with the exception of the 15th day of lunar Leo, which is the day for love, okay? But more about that when we talk about Leo. Okay. So, but this is the month to put things into motion on a spiritual, on a mental level, mental, spiritual vision. That's what this month is for. To initiate the beginning, the potential of all that process. Set your goals. It's by no coincidence that this coincides with the new year when everyone's making a resolution and there is that vibe going on for everybody to set goals, long-term goals. What's your goal for the year? I don't want to call it a resolution because it's not exactly that. We want to have the desire to set the goal. Now, the goal in Kabbalah is what we call the light of wisdom. Now, by no coincidence, this energy is available for us in a very big way in Capricorn. Again, regardless of what sign you are. Because the two letters that rule this month, the letter Ayin, as we said, which rules Capricorn, and the letter Bet, which rules Saturn, which governs this month, together, Ayin and Bet are 72. Now, if you've ever watched any other of my videos where we discuss this light of wisdom or the 72 names, then you will understand that 72 and the letters Ayin Bet are very, very special. And they can tap us into the light force of the Creator itself in terms of fulfillment, in terms of what will awaken our desires, what will inspire us, what will motivate us. We can capture that this month. And that's what we should look for. What motivates me? What inspires me? What will be my goal, which will inspire me to move forward, to grow, to be more this coming year? This is the month to set that into motion. And we want to reflect on the past challenges, and to see, what have I learned from the past? What have I learned from last year? What can I use with regard to what I've learned and how I've grown last year in the past, whatever new experiences I've gained, how can I use it in the future towards my vision, towards my new goals in life? And doing that this month will begin to cause us to be inspired, which is everything. Awakening our desire for more, awakening our desire to move forward, push forward, and grow for the coming year. One thing that we need to do this month is engage. It sounds like a simple thing. I don't know how simple it is. To engage in acts of kindness. That's very important this month, particularly. Not to say that it's not important in any other month of the year, but particularly this month it will help us to break out of the limitation of our personal frameworks. We all have them. We all have our own boundaries. And doing acts of kindness outside of ourselves. Outside, it's a little uncomfortable. Outside of ourselves will go a very long way because it will plant a seed. This is the month we plant seeds. Okay? So, giving charity. If I never did that before, and I don't necessarily mean giving to the person over there on the corner who's going to buy alcohol or something. That's not charity. But giving to a good cause that will bring more light into the world. This would be the good month to initiate that if you have never done that before. Other random acts of kindness, as simple as saying good morning, especially if that's not your habit to do so, in the elevator. Of course, depending on where you live. Some locations that might be considered strange. But in any event, you be the judge. Acts of kindness that will take you out of your box. That's the key. Getting out of your box for a positive purpose. So if it means going to apologize to somebody that you need to, that you've been putting off, you've been procrastinating about something that you need to do, and you've needed to do it already for a long time, it's already getting uncomfortable. Do it. This month is the month to do it. Why? Because we're planting seeds for new levels of desire to awaken the light of wisdom. That's what the two letters of this month, Ayin and Bet, are about. So Capricorn is teaching us discipline, but it is also helping us. It is also helping us to get out of our framework at the same time. This is the key. Now we have the angels for this month. The angel for this month, Cassiel, will be in the download, again in the free download. We can use the name of the angel to meditate and assist us and help us move forward and grow and get out of our limitations and grow and plant the right seeds and take the new vision. A lot of very, very exciting things this month that we can certainly establish. And that would be a good word for this month. Establishing the mission, the goal, the view, the inspiration, getting out of our limitations, getting out of our frameworks, busting out, okay? And that angel And we'll have instructions also on the download for how to use it and the meditations that are recommended in order to use it to help us. So remember, we will have the angels, we will have the affirmations, if you will, for this month, as well as the filtration system of the Tetragrammaton and the Aleph K Yud K name, which are two names which will act for us as filter, a filtration system to filter out, to sift out any negativity that may be in this month, any energy, let's say, of betrayal, and replace it with real trust, real certainty, real overcoming of doubts, real understanding that the universe is really the one that we can trust 100% all the time. And it's not about people. You know, Capricorns, sometimes want you to trust them. And yeah, it's not exactly that way, okay? Because each one of us, and we also want to be trusted, but each one of us is only a vehicle. So if we are a proper vehicle of light, of the Creator's light, no one should have to trust us personally, not really. But we should all trust that the light of the Creator is coming through this person, this situation. In other words, we're only messengers. I mean, that's probably the easiest way to say it. We are the messengers. We shouldn't think we're it. We're never it. But we are messengers always, all the time, for each other and for different situations. So we can be a good messenger and we can be a bad messenger. Our job, especially this month, is to be a good messenger, be a messenger of trust, be a messenger of certainty, be a messenger that will help others and inspire others to do what they need to do, be the example, and use this month to grow and to break out of the frameworks, as we said. Happy new moon of Capricorn, everyone. Be blessed, and I'll see you very soon on the next one. All the best.